What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and we are back with some more Mass Effect 3. Now, apparently, we're about to hop in a mech and dive into the ocean because we are currently stranded. Apparently, we got some level ups. Level 4, 6. The overload is nice. Let's do recharge speed on Edie. Javik, you don't have enough. Shepard, you could do sabotage. We haven't fought very many robotics lately. Increases power duration, or when the weapons overheat. I feel like we only use you for like to hack rather than do damage or overheat weapons, so let's just upgrade that sabotage. Our Paragon reputation is halfway to 3, which is kind of nice. Alright. We're low on ammo, but hopefully that won't matter. I'm kind of scared for this.
You ready for a swim?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch.
Engaging systems. Ready.
Testing comlink.
I read you.
Here goes.
Commencing dive in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, heck no.
Suit holding up, Commander.
Looks good so far.
Good. Getting some comm interference on this area.
Copy that. Cortez? Cortez!
Oh, heck no. Guys, I'm so scared. I hate the water. I hate it. If a big creature comes down. Oh, heck no. Dude, how do we get back up? If I see a big creature, I might stop playing this game entirely. Oh, we get flares. Look at that.
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I've finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational. The scanner indicates the probe is below my position. Looking for a way down.
The jellyfish are super cool.
Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power. Not sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface. Can't worry about that now.
You better worry about it.
Getting some strange readings from the probe. Something is definitely down there.
Don't say that. Oh my gosh. Why is the water so scary? Literally every game that I've played, including Valheim right now, the water terrifies me. I think I have an irrational fear.
Looks like the final drop.
Oh, heck you know.
Can't see anything just yet. Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving.
Leviathan's down here.
What is that?
Oh no! Oh, it's like an OG one. Oh, they are like squid people.
I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed.
This is like the first person, like the first species.
Then what are you?
Something more.
Oh my gosh, dudes.
Your mind belongs to me.
Who is this?
Breathe.
Dan. What's happening?
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
The galaxy's at war with the Reapers. You defeated one. Why aren't you fighting back?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat. And I must understand why. Before the cycles, our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs. We grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost. As the intelligence evolved, it studied the development of civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution. In that instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will. Every creature, every nation, every planet we discovered became our tools. We were above the concerns of lesser species. The intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
And now we all pay the price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination is not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence just as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle from the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper. Perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image. Each Reaper has the power to influence organics. Over countless cycles, this ability was refined, perfected, and gave rise to indoctrination.
What's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose: preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution its tool.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
Do you know anything about the device we're building? It's supposed to be a super weapon.
We have watched its construction before. It has never been completed. Those who have tried still fell victim to the harvest. Its outcome is unknown.
Okay, you made your point. Will you help stop the cycle?
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait!
The cycle will continue.
No! You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
If you release me, no one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this, once and for all.
Oh, there's multiple.
Your confidence is singular.
I've earned it. Out there fighting, where you should be.
It is clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance. We will fight, but not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the Apex race. We will survive. And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
Dude, how many of them are there? Leviathan. It's a cool loading screen.
Commander is back. Pilot, what is your status?
We're good to go. I don't know what the commander did, but the pulse is offline.
Damn it, we got a Reaper inbound!
Oh, we need them. We need the Leviathans for sure. He just shut down a whole
Commander, wake
Reaper.
up. He's freezing. Are you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. Hell of a headache.
We're lucky we got you back. I've got Ann Bryson on the comm.
Good. Put her through.
Commander.
You feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine. What happened?
We found it, Anne. We found Leviathan.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. But we proved it can't hide anymore. That it's a part of this war, just like us.
Sounds like an amazing story.
One for the history books.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it. My father would appreciate this, knowing the truth is out there. In the meantime, Admiral Hackett has asked me to join his scientific team. We all have our part to play. I should get to it.
Take care, Anne. And thanks for all your help. Shepard out.
Wow. Under
Commander, I finished
pressure.
reading your report.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Whatever else it means, it tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
That's one way to look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Hack it out.
Wow. That was pretty awesome. Dominate unlocked? What? Leviathan enthrallment team? What the heck? We're at 1763. Alien. Terminus Fleet. Blood Pack. Private security group is careful to maintain its image as a professional mercenary force. In reality, the Blue Suns have drifted further and further into becoming a full-blown crime syndicate. Despite this, their ruthless tactics sought after the Terminus systems. The Eclipse Corporation specializes in smart security solutions, developing tactics around surgical strikes, sabotage, and electronic warfare. These mercenaries are supported by a sizable army of combat mechs and rely heavily on tech for support in combat. Thought we read that already. 400 war score. A mixed species team of special operations soldiers have volunteered to covertly deliver Leviathan artifacts behind enemy lines. These attacks aim to make Reaper creature thralls of the Leviathans. On a small scale, this could cause chaos and disruption. On a large scale, and if only given enough time, it could form an army of Reaper creatures dedicated to exterminating their own kind. The team's major limiting factors are the small number of artifacts and the reluctance of Alliance commanders to operate openly with such a potent weapon for fear the Reapers might develop a countermeasure. Alliance? Dr. Ann Bryson has survived her ordeal with Leviathan's artifact and retains most of her mental faculties. Her research into paleotechnology could be useful in understanding the Prothean device and the laws of high-energy physics that the Reapers seem to ignore. Husk Neural Map. The biologists on Chalkos have made a quick study of the brain structures of Husk and other Reaper creatures, isolating the parts of the brain responsible for interpreting sensory data. Their conclusions contrast the various strengths and weaknesses of Reaper ground forces when it comes to sight, smell, hearing, and so forth. This data could be extremely useful for soldiers or citizens trying to escape and evade Reapers on occupied planets. Crucible. Jovian dissertation. The scientific data draws conclusions about the gas giant's Azali's exceptional powerful magnetic field, which has complex interactions with those of its moons. The mathematics used to model this complexity can provide new insight into the math of the Prothean device. A brief glance at the data hints at some kind of energetic pulse that might pass through the magnetosphere of a planet unimpeded, but any details are best derived from high-energy physicists. Turian. When they were struck by the Reapers, the agribusiness of Triginta Petra had a surplus of both plant and animal-based food products for dextro amino acid-based sapients. Both Turian troops, who favor a meat-heavy diet, and the Quarians, who are typically vegan, show a marked preference for these recovered rations, suggesting that although they were wiped out by enemy forces, the Petrans had pretty good taste. Serving Petran food to a unit about to go into combat can restore a little morale and dignity to an otherwise demoralized squad. We're like halfway to the minimum already. That feels pretty good. I think we have...
Yes, Commander?
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
I wonder if anybody has anything to say about Leviathan. I want to check out that new ability, dudes. That sounds crazy.
You hear we had to evac another colony? We're losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, we could drop an asteroid on them.
I like that idea. Drop an asteroid on them.
Commander?
Let's go to the captain's cabin. I don't think we have any new armor, but I'd like to check it out. What is this giving us again? Power damage and power recharge. Power damage, shield regen. No. Power damage, ammo capacity, and shield boost. I guess we'll keep what we have. I don't like the look of the visor, but we'll keep it. Our ship collection's looking good. Let's just see if anybody has something to say about this. Specifically Liara, I feel like she would be fascinated with this. Maybe. If she doesn't have anything to say, I don't think anybody will.
Thank you for the data packet. The results are available on the Information Network terminal.
This kit can be used for a one-time upgrade to a variety of weapons to increase ammo capacity or the potential damage dealt. Schematics have been scanned into Normandy's onboard computers. Ammo capacity or weapon damage? Weapon damage for sure. Yeah. Prothean notes. 2186, entry 3. If what Javik says is true, his people were imperialists who left the rest of the galaxy quaking in terror. And I think he would sacrifice all of us without a thought if it could bring them all back again. I reviewed my old notes today. They're so childish. Did we romanticize the Protheans because we were dazzled by the technology they left behind? Are these really the people I dedicated my life to studying? Call between Kasumi Goto and Professor S. Alausen. Hi, Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But this server is locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Professor. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open.
I can only imagine talking to something so huge, so alien. I hope it helps against the Reapers. Good to see you again, Shepard.
Okay, so she does have like a little remark about it.
Shepard, I looked over your mission report. Gotta say, it feels like we've been after these Reapers forever. From Sovereign to Leviathan, they've been a pain in the ass the whole time. But at least we're starting to see the big picture. Never really thought we'd get any answers. Doesn't change much, but it does make this war feel a whole lot bigger. Not right now.
Okay. I think we're gonna do Araya's quest next. If we look at the journal, let's do the Omega quest next. That sounds fun. I'm excited for that one. Chakwas?
Nothing to report.
You got it. Dominate. Disrupt the synaptic harmonics of an organic brain so it can't differentiate between friend and foe. A single affected target will fight on your side for a short time. Targets grow resistant to the power over time. I want Dominate for sure. For sure. Dominate sounds really cool. Journal. Nope. Squad. Dominate. Recharge speed. Duration. Recharge speed or duration. We'll probably go duration on that. Doing 50 points of damage per second. The target does 50% more weapon damage. The target takes 30% more damage from all sources. The target does 60% more weapon damage and takes less damage. So we can make it more survivable, give it more survivability and do more damage, or we can do damage directly to it. I like that. That's interesting. We got somebody in here. No, we don't. Javik is downstairs. Nobody's in these rooms. No. Dude, I hope we get a decent amount of more party members. See what Javik's got to say about this.
I have studied your human religions, Commander. Your devil and his fall. Leviathan and its kind deserve the same fate. They once unleashed a plague that has haunted all of our history to this day. I say their own hell is the abyss you found them in. One I hope they never escape from.
Oh.
It seems you believed Protheans built the mass relays. The Reapers are cunning in their deception, allowing life to flourish, century upon century, letting us believe ourselves the masters of the cosmos. Then the truth becomes known. There are monsters in the dark spaces, and we are their prey. Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You would think she'd never seen a Prothean before.
She hasn't.
Commander.
That's the whole point. You're the first one, guy.
So, Gabby, have you seen Edie's new body?
They're back!
I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Wish I were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
I missed them.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Nothing to report.
Commander.
Awesome.
Need anything, Commander?
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Oh.
Problems?
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Very nice. I think we asked about this stuff.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep...
Yeah, but I saw through her.
Okay, we did.
I figured I'd better. But Joker seemed...
Yep.
Carry on, Adam.
Cool, cool,
Aye, aye,
cool.
sir.
Okay. I almost called him Jacob. We have James downstairs and Cortez. Armor locker, procurement. This stuff is all more expensive. One thing I wouldn't mind doing. I don't know what assault rifle I like the best. We have the 3-round burster, the single shot. I don't remember which is which. I think this is the single shot. Let's upgrade our shuriken. Let's upgrade the Vindicator. Okay. Was it the Matic? Maybe the Matic is what we were using. Oh, we haven't checked out the Argus either. Let's do accuracy and weapon stability. Recharge speed is 58. We weren't using that because it was so heavy. That's right. I'll check it out though.
Can't say I was happy sending you down in that submersible by yourself. Don't know why I ever worry about you. Take on ancient aliens from the deep? Sure, no problem.
Good to see you, Commander.
Fair.
With the Leviathan on our side, maybe we pull this thing off after all.
Maybe, James.
At least Anne's still around to see her dad's work finally pay off. Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's go do this mission. Let's talk to Edie. And see if Joker maybe has anything to say. I enjoy the atmosphere of the ship, seeing what everyone has to say.
So the Reapers did not fully exterminate their creators. That suggests they are fallible, even on large or long-term scales. Shepard, you are staring.
Am I?
Commander.
Okay. Let's go. Now we can't take anybody with us here. So it's just us. 100% assets recovered. We've done everything here, which is nice. No reason to come back to this planet or this system unless we have... Does it show if we highlight? It does. It shows there. That's 28%, 55, 50, 50. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to take back Omega from Cerberus. Now with Cerberus, we want either Liara or Javik because they have the shield guys. Oh, we can't take anybody. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. Araya's fleet, an assortment of vessels, warships, transports, and fighters flying under Aria's flag. Let's do it. Oh. Okay, we get her. Very cool. Katana. Eviscerator's more damage. The Raider. Let's do max damage. Increases damage even further. Sure. The Shuriken. Capacity. I guess we'll do capacity and accuracy. And then, yeah, we'll try out this new Argus. We just leveled up the Vindicator. The Maddox level 2, Particle Rifle 1, Avenger 1. Let's check out the Argus. A flare. Focus and expend all biotic energy to unleash a huge flare that throws enemies within its range, causing massive damage. Biotic boss. I like it. Health and power damage. Health and power damage. Lash. Latch onto enemies with a biotic lash to rip them off their feet, dealing moderate damage. Yeah, rip them off their feet sounds nasty. Recharge speed. Damage. Carnage. Okay, this is James's ability. Reeve. Who has Reeve? This was Samara's ability last game, I believe. Drain target's health and disrupt their resistances, receiving increased damage protection while its power is in effect. That gives you kind of like tanky capabilities. Recharge speed, damage and force. So this is kind of like Singularity, but instead of lifting them up, it like throws them. Increase damage and force or impact radius. Increase damage, increase force and damage are biotic detonations. Power damage or health and shield. Weapon damage or power damage. Oh my gosh, look at that power damage. We'll increase your health and shield bonuses. Give you some survivability.
We're outshipped 4-1, and most of our vessels are transports with limited firepower.
We're not here to win a space battle, Jarl. We just have to punch through their line.
So you've commandeered a Cerberus cruiser.
The guest of honor has arrived. We can finally start.
Let me guess. You're planning on infiltrating the enemy fleet.
Exactly. We position ourselves to strike a crippling blow, then my forces join the fun.
This is kind of cool. Fight alongside her.
A lot could go wrong.
The assault's been planned for weeks, Shepard. For now, just sit back. Let me steer.
Not the best start to our partnership, Arya.
How things begin isn't nearly as important as how they end. Bray, move through the relay. Signal the fleet to wait. They only follow on my command. Head for the command ship.
Cruiser, I don't have you on the flight plan. Identify yourself.
This is Captain Lance. Run voice recognition. Alpha Tango Z. We took damage. Seeking repairs.
Identity confirmed, Captain. Hold for approach authorization.
How did you get the captain to say that?
The hard way.
Torture?
That's right. Nice and slow.
Be patient. Get as close as you can.
Fire! Signal the fleet through the relay. We're through. Head straight for the station.
We're being hailed by the General.
Should be interesting. Put him through.
Arya, I knew this had to be you. You'll never make it. Call it off now.
You're barking up the wrong tree, General. But maybe you can convince my partner.
Commander Shepard, I've heard great things about you.
My partner here doesn't have much to say for you.
She's not used to being defeated. It clouds her judgment. A pity you left, Cerberus. We all sabotage ourselves in nefarious ways. Perhaps deep down you fear success. And Arya clearly thinks seeing you will unsettle me. Now it's my turn. I see you've gone to the trouble of augmenting that ship with Solaris armoring. An exorbitant waste. I've made improvements to Omega's outer defenses. My cannons will cut through you at will.
He sounds pretty confident.
Yeah, he does.
So again, I say turn back.
Let's see what you've got, Oleg. End transmission. That went well. Set preset course. We're ramming the station. Everyone brace for impact.
What?
Omega's kinetic barrier will stop my ships from landing. I equipped this cruiser with disruptors to take it out on impact. Don't worry. We'll probably survive the crash.
Probably.
Shield's gone! All systems failing!
We can make it!
Arya, don't be stupid. Sound the evac.
Damn it! Program escape pods for the station.
Let's go! Everyone out! There's no time!
Oh, like that?
Guess that asshole really did upgrade Omega's outer defenses.
So it would seem.
This is crazy. I would love
the other
that.
escape pods made
Vorcha.
All right, what's our target?
Need to hit the defense system station. Shut down Omega's outer defenses so my ships can land. If we don't, they'll be blown to bits like we were.
Do we get the Vorcha on our squad?
Got it.
That would be sick. Ah, no we don't.
This is what I brought you for. Ground assault. In combat, what you say goes.
Arya relinquishing command? I'll believe it when I see it.
I can be a team player, Commander. I know where we need to go, and you can get us there.
Okay, let's move.
Very cool. Alright, flare. Ooh. Oh, this is a 2-shotter? 3-shotter? Bro, did she just wipe them out? Ooh. The recoil's pretty nasty on this gun. Dominate. I don't know if that hit or not. Oh, it did. Oh, we just cryoed. Okay, that seems to do good damage against shields. Shepard, aim. Lash. Oh yeah, that's cool. It's like a huge pull. She is supposed to be like super powerful, isn't she? Okay. $300 XP.
Our pod took out the main exit. Use the controls to lower the blast door.
You got it, lady.
Over here, Shepard.
You got it. But if you don't know me, know that I look for loot. Okay, let's do it.
Aria to fleet. You alive out there?
Barely. Holding our own with the Cerberus fleet, but Omega's defenses are shredding us.
Keep my army intact, Gerald. That is your only job.
Squad engaged.
Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Flare? Flare did not work against those guys, good to know. But Flare did wreck his shields. So we're gonna do a drone. Distraction. Or send rockets. Perfect. Yeah, that drone works pretty well against the shield guys. I like the rockets. The rockets are cool. Lash. Any day now. Oh, nice. It rips the shield from him. Very cool. Can I hack like any of these computers? This weapon's not bad. I don't mind it. Tools. Assault rifle velocity barrel. We're not missing anything over here, are we? No. Okay. Let's hit the elevator.
Ground team, report in. Bray, you there?
Affirmative, but only 6 pods made it. Various entry points.
Rally them to you, then head for the rendezvous hangar. Start prepping for our ships to land. Let's hustle. Every minute, more of my ships get obliterated out there.
General notice, power fluctuations continuing. To stabilize, sectors 3, 14, and 15 are set for mandatory shutdown. All personnel to be reassigned. Oh, it does decent against armor. This assault rifle. I don't think I really need to dominate there. Can we stop that? Nope. Stop the turret. Not quite.
Getting close. Those cannons have to be stopped.
General notice, population control reports disturbance in District 5 quelled. All surviving inhabitants accounted for. Rampart units will be left on location in case of further security breaches. Let me find the loot. Let me find the loot. Do, do, do. Okay, just ammo everywhere. Med station.
The next area needs to be repressurized. Initiating. Feels good to let loose. Die.
Oh. Oh. Get him off me. We're dead. Yep. I got stuck. I think it was by a railing. Okay.
Feels good to let loose. Die.
Oh, she's down. That's not good. Haven't seen one of you in a while. Okay.
Repressurization complete. Access enabled.
That's done it.
We were lucky. Press on.
Lost 2 more transports. Can't keep up evasive maneuvers much longer.
We're right outside the defense station. Hold tight.
Let's get a lash. I need you up. I should have known. Should have known that would get us killed. Oh my god! Opening up with that. Drone. Distraction. Turret. Get this guy off me. Once I dominate you. Pop the carnage.
get to the controls.
Okay. Oh, we have a metagel station? Yes, we do. Okay.
Jarl, defenses are down. Signal the surviving ships to converge on the rendezvous point.
Aye. Approach trajectories plotted. We're already queuing up.
Bray, come in. Status.
Rendezvous site secured. Hangar doors enabled. We'll have them open soon.
Need them open now. My birds are coming in. Prep for reception.
What exactly is this rendezvous point?
That's where we're headed. It's a bunker I established on D-Deck for my more sensitive operations.
It's utterly impenetrable with its own secret hangar and dock.
Independent power source, life support, munitions. You'll see.
Deploy to D-Deck. Investigate and await further instructions.
That was a renegade action, but felt necessary.
So it begins.
There's a good chance the General knows where we're going.
Then no time for sightseeing.
Bray, stay sharp. You might get visitors.
Terrific.
Take the far exit.
I've locked down the way we came.
Causing a stir. Good.
That ability is nasty. Can I shoot through this glass? I don't think so. Oh, we can't hop that.
Feels good to let loose.
Does it, lady? Does it?
The Omega skyline. Now I feel like I'm back. Strange. What are those things in the distance?
Some kind of force field.
That's not good.
Tools. Pistol heavy barrel. Control screen.
Non-humans currently without supervision are required to report to the nearest civilian containment area.
Okay. Well, since we can save here, before we go any further, we are going to go ahead and end things here. So if you're not interested in the Daily Codex, I hope to see you next time. If you are, let's go ahead and get into it. The Reapers.
The Reaper called Harbinger. The sight of a Reaper harvester in flight nearby is one of the first indications that a Reaper invasion is underway. Their massive wingspan allows them to quickly cover the distance between them and their prey. In the harvester's mouth are two heavy guns that fire in an alternating pattern. The harvester's most fearsome quality, however, is that its appearance guarantees that Reaper ground troops are not far behind.
Okay.
Before the introduction of the M560 Hydra, missile launchers either focused on bringing down a single armored target or simultaneously neutralizing multiple unarmored opponents. With the Hydra, a soldier no longer needs to choose between the two. The Hydra releases a barrage of miniature missiles, each guided by an independent homing system that seeks out exposed enemies. On impact, 3 shaped charges per missile explode in sequence. The first overloads the target's kinetic barriers before the second destroys its armor, clearing a path for the third warhead to detonate inside the target.
Jeez. Okay, what do we have here? I thought there was something new in this section, but I guess not. Omega reclaimed Omega's secrets. A powerful biotic, Arya T'Loak has been sole ruler of Omega for some time, rumored to be at least 1,000 years old. There's no doubt that Arya will do everything within her power to reclaim what is hers. I think we read this one last time, so... Cerberus' occupation of Omega. The elusive man's plan to capture Omega was elegantly brought. Experimental specimens called adjutants escaped from a Cerberus facility beyond the Omega-4 mass relay, took command of a Cerberus convoy, and arrived on Omega to wreak havoc. With more adjutants incoming, Cerberus reached out to Arya T'Loak, claiming it needed her help to stop its wayward test subjects. Reluctantly offering her own forces in an alliance, Arya joined Cerberus's General Oleg Petrovsky aboard his ship to oversee the battle. When the adjutants overran the Cerberus Omega fleet, Petrovsky and Arya escaped through the Omega-4 relay. However, Petrovsky's subordinate, Colonel Raymond Ash, had remained behind on Omega to take control of the station's defenses while Cerberus reinforcements approached, announcing that it was protecting the galaxy from the adjutant threat. Cerberus seized Omega, giving the elusive man full control of the Omega-4 relay and the space beyond. Without Arya to keep them in line, the various criminal and mercenary factions on the station erupted, fighting both Cerberus ground troops and each other. Meanwhile, Arya was taken captive by General Petrovsky. Realizing that the adjutants had simply been a ruse to capture Omega, Arya managed to escape back to Omega, slipping away into its underbelly to organize a resistance force. Eventually, Petrovsky ordered the Cerberus forces to evacuate the station, but this was yet another ruse, this time to lure Arya out of hiding. With his troops out of harm's way, Petrovsky summoned a massive Cerberus fleet and presented Arya with an ultimatum: leave Omega or lose it. Petrovsky threatened to destroy the station rather than lose control, and with no alternative, Arya left, vowing she would return to claim Omega and take her vengeance. General Oleg Petrovsky. Military strategist and classical scholar General Oleg Petrovsky is one of the elusive man's most respected operatives. As a corporal in the First Contact War, Petrovsky was forced to take command of his unit and proved his tactical brilliance by holding off repeated Turian attacks for weeks. The war ended before his position was overrun, but not before Petrovsky had witnessed firsthand the brutality of the Turian war machine. Despite being praised and promoted for his bravery, Petrovsky eventually found more common ground with Cerberus than the Alliance military. Since leading the campaign to seize Omega, Petrovsky has proven to be a capable, if firm, administrator who is focused on containing or eliminating unstable elements before they threaten Cerberus's occupation of the station. Organizations. Cerberus Atlas. With the Atlas, Cerberus research arm has combined the deadly armor and firepower of a YMIR mech with the tactical superiority of a trained human pilot. An Element Zero core allows the Atlas to be airdropped onto a battlefield with minimal impact damage. Its thick armor includes a robust transparent canopy made from a polycrystalline composite proprietary to Cerberus. Alliance engineers hypothesize that the material is some kind of synthetic sapphire composed with inner layers to resist cracking and thermal damage. Although the Atlas is somewhat unwieldy in the field, its anti-personnel machine guns and ability to shrug off damage from anything short of a heavy weapon makes it a fearsome opponent. Heavy loss of life is to be expected in any unprepared encounter with this unit. The Centurion. Centurions are Cerberus's frontline tacticians. They are meant to enact the elusive man's strategic goals, although it is clear they have leeway to adapt as an encounter develops. The only useful intelligence that the Alliance has gathered on Centurions relates to their armament. Each Centurion carries an M96 Matic heavy rifle modified to launch smoke grenades, leaving enemies vulnerable to crossfire. The Engineer. Cerberus combat engineers are specialized support units that assist primary forces while staying out of the line of fire. They wear lighter armor than the typical Cerberus combatant, using a modified mesh that allows greater mobility. Under cover and out of sight, engineers focus on setting up and maintaining turrets as well as repairing mechanical units or armored allies. When confronted, they return fire only for as long as it takes them to find cover again and let frontline combat personnel take over. Although engineers are not particularly dangerous on their own, the Alliance specifically warns troops to remain alert for turrets, which can mow down an entire squad while the engineer escapes. The Guardian. Guardians, the Cerberus equivalent of human tanks, are slow-moving soldiers who carry enormous polycrystalline composite shields. The weight of the shield requires an armored suit equipped with hydraulic assists and a dedicated power supply. Combining this exceptional protection with a suite of environment mapping systems, Guardians focus on flanking opponents to rush them from cover. A Guardian's slow but relentless approach is intended to demoralize enemies as well as draw their fire, but rip away their shield, and the Guardians become a little more than cannon fodder. Nemesis. The Nemesis is Cerberus sniper specialist. Customized implants allow the Nemesis to withstand the crippling kickback of the M98 Widow anti-material rifle, turning a redoubtable opponent into a force capable of inflicting instant death. A suite of high-tech scanning equipment makes the sniper adept at maintaining cover, meaning a Nemesis is usually spotted only after opening fire, assuming the target survives the first round. Because of self-destruct mechanisms that activate upon the sniper's death, the Alliance has never retrieved an example of Nemesis augmentation technology. This fact, combined with Cerberus Force's penchant for suicide when faced with capture, has made scientific study of their implants impossible. Cerberus Trooper. Assault troopers are the backbone of Cerberus forces. Those candidates who make it through the grueling basic training are submitted to an intensive psychological program that renders them fearless, disciplined, and unrelenting. Outfitted with custom-designed armor and rifles, these soldiers function with determined precision and practice teamwork. The first to rush into a fight, assault troopers often work in tandem with more powerful units. They make strategic use of the scenario, keeping their opponents occupied until it is too late to react to the combined Cerberus force bearing down on them. Mercenaries Blue Suns. Founded by notorious Batarian slaver Salam Dalsera, the Blue Suns began as a Skillian Verge protection racket, providing genuine protection from slavers and pirates. Eventually captured by the system's Alliance Navy, Dalsera beat almost 24 charges to be convicted on a single account of conspiracy. The slaver benefited from the tutelage of cellmate and brilliant con artist Bernard Legit's Ledger. Upon release 5 years later, Dalsera incorporated Blue Suns as a legal security agency. Today, the Blue Suns boast a galaxy-wide force of Batarians, Turians, humans, and Krogan. Each deployment is backed by a logistics corps selling everything from heavy weapons to shaving cream. Despite claims that the Blue Sun sells its captives as slaves, no Blue Suns employee has ever been convicted on such charges. Many Blue Suns members sport the company logo in tattoo form, removed during assignments, and reapplied at mission end. The Eclipse. Brainchild of Asari Commando Jonah Sedaris, Eclipse was incorporated as a proactive security company. Influenced by Asari and Solarian military doctrine, Eclipse specializes in sabotage, assassination, and personal and organizational security. Although Citadel governments regard the corporation with suspicion, it's embraced in the Skillian Verge and Terminus systems. Early on, Sedaris sought government contracts to establish market share against the better-established Blue Suns. Her agency scored a galactic PR coup, but retaking several space stations captured by the Anhur People's Liberation Army and neutralizing its leaders, a victory Eclipse's marketing department never ceases trumpeting. Based on Omega Station, Eclipse controls nearly 20% of the asteroid's real estate. Its services range from mech repairs to open warfare, although assassination is reserved for meeting wider, longer-term company goals. For instance, preemptive strikes against the pirates rather than murdering spouses for insurance money. Despite numerous reports, Eclipse denies sabotaging or kidnapping business rivals. Originally a small Terminus Systems Vorcha gang, the Blood Pack was transformed into a legion by visionary Krogan Battlemaster Gunnar Rang. Exiled for striking a female in anger, Rang obsessed over reclaiming his lost status. Was striking the female the clip we saw on what's his name? Liara. Why can't I think of her name? But on his ship where we got to see the videos and we saw the Krogans striking a woman. Leading the Vorcha Pack as a pirate crew, Rang cultivated recruits and... Shadow Broker ship. Rang cultivated recruits and infamy for a decade before incorporating his fighters as a security company across the Skillian Verge. His notoriety ensured his initial public offering for investors made him rich beyond most Krogan's dreams. Rang returned triumphantly to his clan, rallying elders, Krogan hordes, and their firepower and biotic support toward professional violence in the Terminus systems. Banned from Citadel space, the Blood Pack bribes its way through spaceports into armed conflicts across the galaxy. Priding themselves for accepting otherwise untouchable contracts, the Blood Pack rejects bodyguarding and security in favor of cases requiring minimal oversight and maximal violence. Alrighty. Well, as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.